Hi, this is Mike J. Welcome to the channel. Boy, where do I begin? Well, those of you that have been following my videos know that the last few days I've been looking at some new Mustang GT Performance Package cars with the 10R80. And I made a video a few days ago of one that I did test drive, and it was a silver, ingot silver, that after the test drive, the car made a little bit of a whining noise. And I noticed that right as we were pulling back to the dealership. And in a very short 44-second video at the dealership, I videotaped the car and I put it on one of my videos. And if you go check one of the videos out, it's a 44-second video of a whine noise. And I got a few comments. One of my comments on there was a guy by the name of Cupcake. And he actually heard the whine noise that was in the car. The car right now is actually at the dealership. They still haven't taken a look at the car yet because of the holidays, and they guess they were backed up from New Year's when they were closed. They'll probably get back to me today to let me know what is wrong with the car, if there is anything wrong with the car. So what I did was, yesterday, I actually uploaded a video last night of another PP car that I drove. And that one is a black car that has the nickel-plated wheels. And, you know, it all started out fine. Everything sounds fine. Took a 10-mile test drive on the car. Went back to the dealership and did the routine, let the car sit there idle. And I'll be damned, it made the same whine noise. But this car was a little different, okay? I actually caught that one on video. Like I said, uploaded last night. And that car is not as loud. It did have the same whine noise, okay? But the thing is, it was not nearly as loud as the silver car I drove a few days ago. Now, just out of curiosity, we fired up another PP car that they had, okay? Took that one for a drive. That one I did not capture on video. It made exactly the same whine noise as the black car. So now I've come to the conclusion that what's the likelihood of three cars with the same noise? The one that's in the shop is the worse than all the other ones that I drove. Well, a few days ago when I did take the silver car for a drive, it was a very cold day here in Phoenix. For the last week, our temperatures have been dropping to 34, 35 degrees in the morning and sometimes in the evening. And the high is only probably in the low 50s. That is very unusual living in Phoenix to have those cold temps. Now, maybe the cold temperatures may or may not have any effect on the car, but nevertheless, those cars, they were fully warmed up, sitting there for 20 minutes to 25 minutes, driven for another 20 minutes, went back to the lot, sat there, and all three cars that I drove, I went through the same routine. And I'm starting to think that maybe that whine noise could be a characteristics of this car. Now, you know, I've gotten comments from a lot of the people, and like I said, Cupcake did hear the noise on the car. Now, and I had another comment by a guy named of Pro 5.0, and he left me a comment saying that that could be a normal noise, a normal sound, and those are the characteristics of the car. And it could be caused by the 10R80 pump offset pump drive. Now, I'm not a mechanic. I do not know exactly if, you know, that's possible, but obviously it could be something that is a normal characteristics of these cars. Now, the thing is that this one that's in the shop that I drove, the silver car, is louder by far than the last two cars I drove. And the thing is that I've listened to many of the 18s and I've videotaped a lot of them, but I've never heard it. And it would not be something you would not hear. Because when you sit in the car and you gas the car, you can hear the whine noise fluctuate up and down and up and down. And it's not something you're going to miss. So like I said, could it be just the 19 cars? Or maybe it was a 18 car as well, but I just never noticed. But I am considering buying one of these cars, so I'm very thorough. Probably more thorough than when I was just vlogging these cars. Because now I'm paying more attention to like everything on these cars. Now, none of these cars, the engines sounded abnormal. They all sound fine. And this is something else that, that I've noticed. So, the dealership that has this car that made the worst noise of them all is in service, waiting to get looked at. Salesman heard it, the sales manager heard it, everyone heard it. And we don't know what it is until they get back with me. So this could be a characteristics of these cars. And I had spoke to Al, Coyote Car Guy, and he is going to pay more attention to see if he hears a noise on his car. But he has an 18. So I don't know why there would be any difference between an 18 and a 19. But that's where that is with the whine noise. Now, I also got another comment by a guy named a Mustang owner. He left me a comment, and he says, don't buy it, okay? Keep my 16 and mod it if I want content, okay? Well, the way things are going right now, a lot of these guys are buying these new cars and they're modding them. And there's so much stuff that are uncertain with the new Coyote Gen 3s that I think you're just playing with fire unless, you don't really care. Because even a stock car could have all these problems. And if you're going to tweak the car any, you're done for. And he left me a comment saying, just keep your car. In fact, I get a lot of comments from a lot of the people that say, just keep your car. You got a trouble-free car. If you're going to spend some money, mod the car instead of buying a new one. Well, that sounds all good and fun. But the thing is, I like the new stuff, I'm not really much of a mod person, per se. I just love new cars all the time. And, if I do decide to keep my car, and I might do something like that because there's not, much to lose because I have a great running 16 car. So therefore, it's going to be out of warranty soon completely, and then in less than 2 years, the powertrain. So, also an update, there's a new YouTuber. His name is Underfed Coyote Fran, okay? He communicates with me a lot with comments. He's got a 18 Performance Package Mustang, and over the New Year's holiday, his car went into the shop. He's in Las Vegas. They put him into a Ford F-150 rental, and I had just talked to him with comments yesterday saying that he may need a short block on his Mustang if the oil comes back bad. And his car is still in the shop. So I hope that if you're watching, Fran, that they fix your car up and take care of you the way they should. And another thing that came to light, actually I've known about this maybe for about a week or two. I just never talked about it. But I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. YouTuber, Riley from RP Productions. I believe that's what it is. Yeah, it's Riley from RP Productions. Uh, the guy had a Hellcat. His last car was a Hellcat. Uh, well, actually, he had a Hellcat, and then he got rid of it and bought a used Z06, modded it, and didn't have it long, and he bought a leftover 18 Mustang. Uh, I believe it's a premium, and it is I believe it is a 10R80, or it could be the stick shift. I'm not 100% sure, because I don't really follow him all that much, and I'm not subscribed to him. But I know that he made a video saying that he has just finally developed the tick noise. And he's had his car, I think, like a couple months now. So, that's kind of interesting that, that another YouTuber, well, it's not really interesting, but I'm not surprised either, that another YouTuber has a Mustang that always came up with another, tick issue. But anyways, these cars right now, I'm just not 100% sure on, if it's even worthwhile, to go through the headache in buying one, because of what's going on. And another comment that I got is from a guy, LB0193, and he left me a message saying that, the 18s and 19s, are very uncertain because they're outsourcing a lot of their manufacturing in China. And I know a lot of stuff are made in China, parts and stuff, bits and pieces. But, it's really strange because I thought that the transmission, the MT82, was no longer made in China. But when I was at the dealership and I test drove these other 2PP cars, just to see if it made the whining noise, okay, they had a bullet, two of them, a black one and a green one, that was in the showroom. And I went and looked at the sticker price to see what it was. And right next to it was the label that says Engine USA, Transmission China. So those bullets that are 51,000 marked up anywhere from 5 to 15,000, okay, premium charge, markup. Those transmissions, I believe it's the same MT82 that's in the regular GTs. And I just never thought that those transmissions were still coming from China. So maybe that's why the fork shifts are not holding up. Because if they're actually manufactured in China, there could be problems. I'm Chinese, and I can say this. I would not want anything from China if I could help it. So, looks like they never changed a lot of the stuff. Because I really thought that they quit making those MT82s in China. Nevertheless, I did own a 12, and I did own a 14 that were manual, that were from China. I didn't have a problem with those transmissions in ownership. They were very notchy, they didn't drive well, but I never really had any problems with those transmissions. So, anyways, that was a shock to me that MT82s are still coming from China or assembled in China. Anyways, I am still waiting, probably sometime today, to get an answer from the dealership with the whine noise when that car went into service and see what's up with it. But anyways, this isn't really a rant video. I'm just, letting you people know that what I'm going through and I'm finding, and I like to share it. So, if you take this, into consideration when you're looking for a new car, it's another noise to listen for. It may or may not be anything. So anyways, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, tap the notification bell for future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.